Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. We are going to be using the Tease Me palette from Beauty Creations today. I hope you guys like this video. So I'm going to be starting out with this shade here called Lies, and I'm going to be patting that all over the lid. I'm going to be using this color just to mattify whatever concealer I have laid down as the base. The brush I'm using is from LA Colors, and it's the Professional Eyeshadow Shader Brush. I like this brush because the bristles are very compact and you're able to pack on enough product so that you don't have to be dipping like back and forth. It picks up just about enough. I like this palette, you guys. It has a lot of neutrals, a lot of warm tones. It has some cool tones. It's a really good palette and the colors blend super nicely. I've used it several times. Okay, so next I'm gonna be taking this shade called Orgasm in the palette, and I'm gonna be using that as my transition shade. So I'll just be buffing that right in the crease and right above the crease. And the brush I'm using to do that is the Real Techniques Multitask Eye Brush. This is a really good brush to blend colors into the crease. Okay, I'm going to be taking this color Innocent, and I'm going to be packing that onto the outer third of the eye and bringing it in towards the crease. And all I'm doing is pressing it in. Like, I'm not buffing it out yet. I'm just pressing it in, trying to get as much pigmentation as I can before I do start to buff the color out. So here's where I just begin to buff the color out with the same brush. I'm just buffing it back and forth into the crease and down the lid, making sure that there's no lines or anything like that. Just buffing back and forth. And then I'm taking more product and blending it into whatever I already have on the lid. There is kickback with this color, but it is a nice color. I really like it. And so because I did have fallout from this shadow, I'm gonna go ahead and take a powder brush and I'm just gonna clean up whatever fallout I have before I continue. Now moving on to the next eye, I'm going to be doing the same exact thing, just packing on the color, pushing it into the skin before I start to buff it out. So what is it that you guys like? Like, what kind of looks do you guys like to go for? Is there anything that you might have in mind that you'd want me to try out. If there's like a palette maybe you'd like me to test out, let me know down in the comments below, and I would love to do that. Also, what are some brushes that you guys like? I have so many brushes from different, I don't know, companies or whatever. Like I have brushes from Real Techniques, I have brushes from Morphe, I have like random brushes that I get like in little sets. I've ordered brushes like off of eBay and Amazon, and I think that they're pretty good. Like so far the ones that I've gotten, I mean, you have like the ones that come in like the bundles, those of course they're kind of like, not all of them are good, but most of them are good, if that makes any sense. I don't know, but let me know down in the comments below if you have any good brushes that are inexpensive that maybe you think I might like to try. Let me know. I would really like to test out new things, but I do have a lot of brushes. That's one thing I hoard. I have so many. Like my husband's like, more brushes. Every time I get new brushes, he's like, more brushes. I'm like, yes. But yeah, so you guys let me know. Okay, so here I'm taking the Wet n Wild. It doesn't have a name on it, but I'm sure it's the blending brush from them, and it's clean, and all I'm doing is taking it and buffing out any of the color that I packed on. I'm just making sure that it looks smooth and nice, doesn't look all patchy or anything like that. And here all I'm doing is going back in with the shade Innocent, and I'm just packing a little bit more of that color right where I feel like it needs more pigmentation, because for some reason on this eye it wasn't like, the color wasn't staying, but on my other lid it was like perfect. It went on perfectly fine. I don't know, it's just so weird. I don't know, maybe it's my skin, but that's all I did was went back in with the same shade, and then here I am just blending it out, whatever I just placed there with the Real Techniques multitasking brush. I'm just buffing it out now with the Wet n Wild brush. Okay, and then here I'm gonna be going in with a little bit more of that shadow. Like for some reason, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's giving me like a hard time, like on this side. Like I even pulled the lid down, sorry. I pulled the lid down just to see if it would, like, the color would go on better, but I don't know. So anyways, I'm moving on to this next shade here. It's called Desire, and this is a really nice color. The formula from these shadows is really nice. It's like when you rub it in between your fingers, you can feel like that it's like they're smooth, they're creamy almost. But I'm just taking that color and I'm buffing it over the same area that I placed the other shadow in, just to intensify it and see if I can get some color payoff right where the other shadow was like kind of skipping on my other lid. And here I just took the Real Techniques brush and I just went back in and started buffing into that color again. I didn't take any extra product, I just took the brush and whatever product was left on it, I went in and buffed in. And then after that, I cleaned up the brow a little bit because I had you know, I had already previously concealed like my lids with concealer, so I just wanted to make sure that the brow bone was clean. So I just went back in with the concealer brush and went ahead and cleaned up whatever shadow had gotten onto the brow bone. And as you can see, a few seconds ago, I did pick up that color Charming and went into the crease with it. And I just used, I believe it's the e.l.f. crease brush. The bristles in that brush are really compact. They're really like together. And I just used that one just to see if I can get like the most payoff with this brush. And here I am going back in with the Real Techniques brush, no extra product, just going back and using up whatever product is on the brush just to blend out that inner part of the eye, because we are going to be doing a cut crease. So I just want to get the most color when it comes to the inner part of the inner third part of the eye. Then I went ahead and took the LA Colors Professional Eyeshadow Shader Brush and I started packing on some more of that color Desire and Innocent both together. I was mixing them and just patting it just to intensify the shadow to see if it would give me pigment where I needed it. Okay, and then now I'm going to be taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, applying it to the back of my hand, and I'm going to be using this to cut my crease, and I'm going to be taking an Ovani flat shader brush, and we're going to be cutting the crease with that. So just take some on one side and start to cut that crease, girl. So now I'm taking this color Lust and I'm going to be applying that over the concealer that I just placed on my eyelids. And this color, you guys, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I love it so much. Like, it has like specks of glitter. It's like so pretty. Like, you guys need to see it. Like, I don't know how to explain this color. It's so beautiful, but I really like this color to highlight the inner corner of the eye. So sometimes when I use this palette, I will do like just like a natural look, like when I'm like, you know, gonna go somewhere and I don't want to wear a lot of makeup, but like I want to have like a pop in inner corner, I will take this shade and I will put that in the inner corner. It's so beautiful, you guys. So here I'm just taking the color Sexy and I'm going to be putting that in between the two colors just to give them like a transition, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just transitioning the lightest color to the darkest color, but I'm going in with like a medium shade just to have like a really smooth transition and it doesn't look like harsh. Then I took this tapered blending brush from Ruby Kisses, and it's a clean brush, and I just went ahead and buffed out all the edges. So now I'm going back in with Desire, and I'm going to be placing that right where the colors meet just to blur it out a little bit more. And then I just went back in with Lust just to touch up any areas that needed some pigment. So everything that I used on my face and on my eyes and lashes and stuff like that will be down in the description box below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this small tutorial. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in my next video. Peace.